Because I really want to see Spider-Man. Yeah, totally.
So we're live, right?
That's all on them.
No, I mean, like,
That's all on them.
yeah.
I literally sit here and go, "Oh, money."
So I'm relatively poorly practiced.
Yep, that looks
That
safe.
doesn't look good.
That
I'm
looks safe,
relatively
effective.
poorly practiced in
When
this
did
game right
Hannah
now
become cool, Manny?
because this is an Xbox Live indie game, and Xbox Live indie games are you need internet to play. And internet, that's not good. That shouldn't say poop.
Making sure that Hannah remembers the safety.
Why does this say? Yeah, I was literally just playing it.
Is it your console?
Yeah, no, it's not my console, but I've been playing it over there. 1 second.
You have to use your console.
I was just playing it before.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've been practicing it a lot over the last 2 days.
Because indie games, like,
Yeah, it's so weird.
it's really stupid. If they're not on the console, that the account was on when it was bought.
Yeah, I was able to
Please
do it just fine before.
die of motion sickness.
Okay, there we go. I just needed to sign in like this for some reason.
Someone playing with an Oculus Rift.
So the estimate is 40 fast. Just confirming, yes?
Sure. That hopefully that's a dramatic overestimate though. Yes. Yep. Deathless run. Yep.
That'd be pretty good.
This is going to be the first ever deathless run of this game. That's it. Deathless runs don't happen in this game.
Oh, it's just one of those games where it's like Pac-Man 2, where you have to die.
It's like Super Meat Boy. It's like Super Meat Boy. If every time you died in Super Meat Boy, you went back like a full minute. Yeah.
Well, half a minute.
Half a minute. Yeah. There we go.
That sucks.
And that's assuming you've gotten that far into the level.
That's
It's
true.
like, it's Rick Dangerous.
It looks like it looks like Rick Dangerous.
All right, just a quick update on the monitor on the couch incentive. We still need another $225 on that one.
How would you make a man next?
Okay, good. We have sound.
Let me check that quick.
All right, I'm good to go whenever.
Can we count down?
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
as for the X-Men, Mega Man X3 donation.
Oh my God! Good start.
Start. We're doing well.
Deathless run. Oh no, there's input lag.
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to do this. Yeah, I can't do this.
Good start.
PS2's leading
Why?
by that.
There's
why
a
are we
lot of
playing
input
on this
lag.
instead of-
Yeah, no, this setup will not work for this game. Yeah. There's a solid quarter second of input lag.
9% tied that in world record.
That's a lot of input lag.
Playing through the capture card?
What? I play through my capture card at home all the time and it's fine. Yeah. I play. I have no idea. I have literally no clue what the. That's a lot of input lag. That's a huge amount. Here, want to feel it? It's kind of.
That's really good.
It looks like when I tried to play Monkey Ball.
You hit one button and. Yeah. That's why I ran off.
Down, please.
What? Yeah. Oh. No, I don't feel too bad about that death.
You do need to unplug things before you take it back. You already unplugged it? Well done.
Shoutouts to all the people I've been hyping this run up to.
So while they're quickly switching the monitor over, I'll give the totals on the Mega Man X SNES versus PS2 version. The reason we're doing this donation incentive is while it's a low % thing, the route that actually differs from version to version. On the SNES version, the low % means it's Buster only. And
This time let's check input lag first.
Yeah.
the PS2
I can't believe we didn't
however,
notice that.
has versions that has a
The
glitch
problem
which
is that I
allows you
wasn't
to
running it
skip
through a
all 8
capture card or a
mavericks
splitter before, so
and
hopefully that'll
allows you to jump higher and
totally
jump
mess it up.
faster because there's no
Let's see
lag.
if we have
Let me
the...
Right now, the PS2 version is way out in the lead
Oh, okay.
$607.
Yeah.
That's
pretty good.
$471 for
Yeah. That seems like not the monitor you want to play a really precise platformer on, especially a really precise platformer that has multiple frame perfect tricks in it.
Hey, I just killed everyone's ears.
Sorry, headphones users. Yeah.
You'd have to run
Okay.
past the paraglide.
Okay, this feels better. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Aban Hawkins and the 1000 spikes. Oh, there's still 7-foot lag, but it's not as bad. Yeah. So I'm not even going to describe the game yet because there is a glitch right here that I discovered called the multi-jump glitch. I don't know. I didn't actually really name it yet. And it lets you like jump from whatever state. Like you can jump while you're in the air. It's just some amount of time after you throw your shuriken or whatever, you can jump and it doesn't check if there's ground. So,
Hannah, shout outs to you from Ultimisi for doing a good job with a tough crowd.
Sometimes, so the reason I'm trying to jump and throw at the same time when you're walking is that if you jump and throw, then you don't stop moving. But sometimes if you time it incorrectly, then it eats your throw, and so you'll just jump and bad. So if I don't do that, then safe strats. I'm going to be using a bunch of safe strats this run, because partially because there's an input lag, and I don't want this to be an hour-long run. This is a really cool strat. You're supposed to hide in there. I'm glad I got that first try. But I'm probably going to die later in this level. If you hug the right wall there, then those spikes don't come down. So that's good. That's a really tight jump. Okay. No, I didn't do that. No. You can make that jump without waiting, but it's really precise. So I just wait sometimes. This is the easiest level in the game. I'm probably gonna die on it. What? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. 1-5 is a really, really precise trick in it where those flames are. I'll try it. We'll go twice. I'll try it twice, and then if I die. Nope. Yeah, that second jump you have to do right as you land, and you have to be there right on time.
Just let me get this down first, because I'll forget otherwise.
So if this game looks interesting to you, it is $1 on the Xbox Live. That's it. On the Xbox Live Indie Game service, which is the best service. It's actually service, but there are some really good games on it, so it's worth checking out. I have no idea. I haven't counted. I assume that the title is a reference to the number of lives you have. If that would make the most sense. You start the game with 1,000 lives. By the end of the game, you will have had 1,407 lives. You get extra lives after every world. If you lose all of the lives, you have to restart the entire game. So that's good. First time I ever made it to the end boss, I had exactly 1 life left. Oh wow. These are not usually the parts of the level that you can fast.
Someone just asked in the chat about how they would best describe this game, and someone said, I want to be the Pitfall Spelunky.
Sort of. Except not even H. Oh wow, I totally forgot about the spikes. I'm dumb. I don't know much about Rick Dangerous. It was being played on an Amiga next to me for a while this week. So I sort of saw it, but I didn't look at it that hard. Oh, I'm just forgetting everything. I'm gonna try to focus more and talk less. actual levels, and then there's a dash 6 level where you just walk and grab a key, and then you get extra lives, and then go to the next world. Oh, you're right, I don't have any audio. I have multiple audio cues in the game, especially for one. This monitor does not have built-in audio, I don't think. So no, this is a monitor. So I need to jump right at the beginning there. Yeah, and then you can do that. I'm not actually sure if that saves any time because of the way these cycles work on this level, but yeah, sometimes you can make it onto there if you, on the first cycle, if you make that first jump. Yeah, this monitor does not have sound, so I'm going to miss some audio cues. Double jump there. I've been getting some of the tricks even without the audio cues. We'll see. It'll be
Just take it.
spikes. So, yeah, I cut that close sometimes, but I got it. Nope. Sometimes when you start the level, if you're holding in a direction, you'll like warp in that direction a little bit. And so this level in particular, if you warp in that direction, you're basically just screwed on that life. You still get the warp glitch after your first life, but it's to a much smaller degree. So it's usually savable. This level's just really slow. There aren't that many ways to speed it up without excessive multi-jumping. But since multi-jumping is so like inconsistent, I don't bother trying any of the strategies. I like this platform. I need to wait a full cycle in here because there's no way to make it over there without multi-jumping. I try not to multi-jump in places where if I fail, then I'll die. That was close. There's only one time in the run where I do that, and that's because the alternative is a pixel-perfect trick that involves standing on the edge of a platform with spikes on it without getting hit by the spikes. I wait up there for a second because sometimes the second like spiky thing bouncing down there will get caught under the rock, and so if you're on the rock as it's falling and that thing's caught there, then you're just dead. Here it's gonna zip me down a little bit. Going left. Okay. I always mess that up. I always start out going right, and then the first spike down there is on a timer rather than a trigger. So if you forget to go left there, then you're just dead.
Just a quick donation update. We are $110 away from having the monitor on the couch.
Nope. You can sometimes jump up there. Okay, 2-5 is one of the most interesting levels. I do most of this level as intended, but at one point I came up with a separate strategy that is like 0.7 seconds faster or something, but it's ridiculously difficult and involves a huge number of really tight windows, because it desyncs all of the cycles, because this game doesn't have universal timers. Every cycle starts as soon as, like, for example, the boulders fall out as soon as they enter the screen. They don't start, like, at specific points in time. So if you go through a level faster or slower, then the cycles can be off with one another, and it can just make things harder. Nope. So there you have to do a falling multi-jump, which is really difficult, but it lets you skip going around and a lot of waiting. Theoretically, you can go under the thing at the left at the very beginning, but that would involve, I think, at least 3 multi-jumps. Also, that's the only place in the game where you crouch. Like where, in my route, where you crouch. So there were 2 scorpions over here. One of them was killed by a boulder, but if you mistime the first half at all, then the second scorpion doesn't get killed. So I'm going to keep trying that strategy, just because it's so much faster. And I'll probably accidentally go for the pixel perfect trick if I don't keep going for that. So I'll just die on that. It'll be a waste of even more time. It's a Japanese independent game, which is why everything seems very weird and foreign, as it is. Yeah, it looks similar to games like La Mulana and Spelunky, but it plays very differently than both of those games. Yep, at this point in my first run, I had like 700. Yep. World 4 is ridiculous. Every level in there, other than 4-4, can become a complete disaster at any moment. And I even had a 4-4 disaster earlier today in one of my practice runs. I was on that level for like 20 minutes. Really? This trick never takes as many tries.
Someone's enjoying Mario Party.
There's been a Mario Party tournament going on. So how's your day been? Both of you? That's good. Yeah, we don't really sleep enough here. / at all. Yeah. That's true. I haven't gone to that restaurant once yet. Really?
Yeah.
There was a trip this morning?
Or I guess like close to noon. I don't know.
Yeah, I woke up at like noon, so.
Yeah, but you know how bad it is that you fall alone? That's like... Or do you usually like trip over and go face first on the floor? I've done that a couple of times.
It's really good because there's a really big like interstate between here and there, so tripping and falling between here and the Bow restaurant is probably a good idea. I might beat this level eventually. Nope. Never. I'm never going to wait because the regular strat is also really precise.
That's true.
Like,
I do have a question for you.
yes, I'm just doing this level over and over again. Go ahead.
The question is, have you played Protect Me Night?
Have I played what?
Protect Me Night.
No, but I was listening to SMK talk about it at the beginning of the bonus stream. He said Michael Yama runs it, and so he was hoping that was also going to happen. So I hadn't heard of it until that point.
Okay. Have you explained the trick of what you're attempting to do?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do a falling multi-jump, where it's the same thing I've been doing every other time I'm multi-jumping. It's just a very specific amount of time after you throw a spike. After you throw a spike, there is a like countdown timer of like you cannot jump for this many seconds.
Yeah.
And like when you're in the air, there's like a check. It's like you are not on ground, you cannot jump. But after the like throwing a spike countdown timer ends, we think that there's 1 frame before the ground check restarts. So during that 1 frame, if you input jump, then it lets you jump even though you're not on the ground. I don't know. No, you don't land on them. You just double jump. No, you don't need boulders. You can multi-jump from anywhere.
Yeah, so basically, it's just like the frame that you're throwing animation ends. The game lets you jump even if you're in the air.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to time throws and jumps to, like, I only need to get one. I think I have 2 or 3 chances as I'm falling there, and I've just been missing every single one. It's probably nerves. I think the most people I've had watching this game at any time is like 6, and that was once. Nope. Yeah, I'll just go safe route. This is pretty awful.
You said 6?
Yep.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. There's more than that in the room right now. Usually it's just him. So. Yeah, I'll just go. I'll try to do the safe route. I've probably forgotten how to do it by now, though. 2.5 is a really fun level to look at, though, especially when I have to do it 21 times. So I have to wait for that one, then 3 are going to come out, and then I'm going to have to wait. Theoretically, I could follow that one and stand next to the spike. But now this is the safe way to do it. There we go. Yay, 2.5.
I mean, that sounded like it was going to be a lot harder for you.
That's because I was thinking I was going to do the in-between strategy. So the in-between strategy is pixel perfect and really annoying. 100 lives, because I'm going to need them.
Oh, yeah, now you get it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, doing them from... I always forget to do that. You have to start running immediately in order to beat that. This level has the easiest multi-jump in the game, and I don't know why this multi-jump is easier, but I always get it on the first few tries. And as I say that, I miss it. So those fireballs are the only things in this game that are RNG, and there are a few points where it can be really annoying. There are no points where it can actually make it impossible, I don't think, but on this level you die, but you still make it through. There I accidentally warp glitched to the left, because I was holding left because I'm an idiot. The end of this level, it feels really unoptimized, but I have never found a better way to do it. I just kind of kill everything and go through. Except for this one. You don't have to kill this one.
So how much of this game is trial and error?
All of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just not sure. It's like, how obvious is the path through?
Most of it is like pretty self-explanatory, I think. But I've also just played this game a lot, so I don't remember how much of it. Like I remember there not being a huge amount of "I want to be the guy" style, just "now you're dead, sorry" stuff. Most of it seemed pretty.
Like how many surprises are there? Like,
Yeah, like that block that I just jumped off of. I don't even think about that anymore, but it looks exactly the same as everything else in the beginning of this level. Like that, I don't know how. I don't remember how I figured that out. I just did after a lot of trial and error. So.
Another question for you from chat. Have you played Tempura of the Dead by the same dev?
No, but I've heard of it, and it has been recommended to me by other people.
Okay, thank you.
Also, a sequel to this game is being released on PlayStation 4 soon, I think. So that should be really cool. It's called Aban Hawkins and the 1001 Spikes, in an interesting twist.
This platform here is one of the hardest sections of the game, at least that I've played through. Basically, how precise these jumps are depends on exactly when you land on that moving platform and make it start moving.
Yeah.
Because if you have to jump over that gold spike, like when it's near the edge, there's basically just no opportunity to do it because
You have to short. So you have 2 jump buttons in this game. I just realized I never explained that. If you hit the A button, you do like a short jump, and if you hit the Y button, you do a high jump. So if you do a high jump and you have a ceiling right above you, then you'll start falling faster. And if you do a short jump,
then you start falling later.
I'm still waiting on it.
So if you need more time in the air, then you short jump, just because you hit the ceiling later.
We are 110 off.
Here you have to jump. If you just ride that over that corner, you'll die, which kind of sucks. Okay. That's sort of precise. Ooh, that was all really dangerous. Here you also die, but it's fine.
Do you lose a life when you beat the level 9?
I have no idea. I've never paid attention. After my first playthrough, I was never really at a risk of dying, so I just never paid attention to the life counter.
Well, risk of game over.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just figured out a new route for that part like an hour ago, but it seems really risky. I haven't tested it very much, so I'm not doing it.
Stick to basic strats.
Yeah. Here, you're supposed to go down there and wait for that cycle, but if you time that fall correctly, then you don't have to wait there. So that saves just a tiny amount of time. Okay. 3.5 is also 3.5 has like an auto scroller sort of. Also, sometimes it just doesn't display the text between deaths or rounds. I don't know what causes that. So the end of this level, so earlier I talked about the fact that there's no universal timer in this game. So all of these spike launchers come onto screen at different times, depending on how quickly you do that first part. And so you can get terrible, terrible patterns where you just have to be dodging everything. I think I got a good pattern this time, just by the speed I did that. Yeah, that was closer. That doesn't usually come that close to hitting me. That one usually comes closer. Okay, that was fine.
Are those the only 4 levels you're putting in?
If you land, it lags the game or it lags your movement for 1 frame or something, which is why I sometimes throw right before I hit the ground. Usually only during these 6 levels, because there's like no penalty. And throwing a spike prevents that 1 frame. So this level I use a whole lot of audio cues, especially for a trick right there. But I don't have audio. Hopefully you guys have audio, because the music in this game is pretty good. Actually, hopefully you don't have audio, because that would have made 2.5 really painful to listen to. Just me, the exact same audio over and over again.
When you get a second, I have a quick announcement.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so on top of the $110 we still need for the monitor to appear on the couch during Spike's run, we've just added an incentive to the donation tracker for which map they're going to play during the Mario Party 2 finals. We have Western Land, Space Land, Pirate Land, Horror Land, and Bowser Land. And whichever one of those gets the highest donation total is the level they will play.
So that jump at the end of this level is incredibly difficult. It's
This whole level.
yeah, this whole world is just so mean. That, in case you didn't see, it's like these disappearing blocks, and you have to jump too high, and it vanishes. And you need to time your jump exactly as it is vanishing, and especially without audio. There's no good way to do it. But the audio doesn't like change when it's been activated, so you don't get an extra audio cue. You just have to know the timing, I guess. Seems like a kind of unreasonable challenge for the developers to put in, but whatever.
And there's also no way, like if you miss the jump, there's absolutely no way to save yourself.
Yeah, I try. My backup strat is just to start mashing the multi jumps. I've gotten that save a few times, but like, yeah, that was way too early. Yeah, and this one you're supposed to get the one straight ahead of you, and then not like skip that platform. But and so if you're falling at a really high speed there, so if you are like clipped inside, oh that's not good. Yeah, if you're clipped inside of the platform as it triggers, then it just pushes you off to the side. Yeah, I use audio cues for this, which is why I'm having trouble with it.
Wait, can't you change the audio track?
No, you can change the volume.
Oh, is that just volume?
Yep,
Okay.
if you hit left and right bumper, you can adjust the volume. I don't know why they put that in, but... Oh, yeah, that's a really hard trick that I use.
It's probably not going to matter.
No, it isn't. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
But at least when I die, it will lose less time. Yep. That death was less costly than the other ones, though. So.
Try watching those fireballs near the end.
Yeah, I do try, but one, it's not consistent, and two, this part, like, you don't do exactly the same way every single time. Like, there's some slight variance, and exactly when you hit it changes based on how high you are. Yeah, that was the save. This is the hardest level in the game. This level is incredibly difficult. There not only does it have a really difficult, really precise jump here that I just got, it also has that jump, which is really difficult. And now I'm relatively safe for like a good 5 seconds. Then this part can also kill you. And if you do anything wrong throughout this entire level, then the end can be literally impossible. Like, you can get a combination of cycles for those boulders at the end that is just completely impassable. And there's no way to survive it, and it's just, you're dead. And you don't know it until you hit the door. So I can sometimes tell based on where the boulders come out. Yeah, this is bad. I think I'm dead. I'm going to try to save it, but... Oh, okay. First try 4-2 is really hard. So, you know, in an otherwise awful run, I still got that. That jump is actually more precise than it looks, because if you need to be facing, left while the statue eye triggers in order for it to jump in the right direction. So you need to hit it on the first half of your jump rather than the second half. Here, the reason I waited for the statue to hit the left wall first was because it shifted its position slightly and made it slightly nicer. Nope, that throw is also incredibly precise. And as you saw, if you just throw at the peak, then you go over it. So yeah, that's the reason that this level is really hard, that one throw at the very end. Okay. Ooh, okay. Jumped at the wrong time there. So yeah, I could jump onto it like here, but then it would land on top of the button, and that's bad, because I need to be on top of the button and not dead. Whoa, that's the first time. That's also really bad, because that means that just holding right isn't safe. And that's what I've been doing for about 8 months. Also, if you're standing too close to the edge on the statue as it jumps, then it'll just knock you off because of clipping. Ooh, cut that one close. Okay. Oh, I threw it way too early, but then I started mashing, and it worked. Also, sometimes I just die there. Like, the statue just drags you down. Oh, yeah, this level you can't do on the first try, because you need to use the warp. Yeah, you need to use the warp, but if you do the first time warp, then it warps you farther, and you're just dead. This level is usually okay. That's the only hard part. I've also been dying on the statues recently, which is dumb, because I don't usually die on the statues. Hold on here. So the first statues you can just hold right and walk through, and it's safe. And these ones, it is not safe to do that. So you have to double back a little bit. Yeah, okay. And 4-5 is a fun level. it's just a lot of the same ridiculously precise jump over and over again.
Yeah.
Boop.
So basically, anytime you're standing you're standing on a block with a block above you, jumping off of it is very precise. I don't know if it's pixel perfect, but it's pretty close.
I don't think it is, because there's a part earlier where, so if you make it to the bottom half, the top half is safer, obviously, because if you fall, you can, actually, that was dumb, I didn't want to do that. Because once you go under there, you have to make 2 of those jumps, whereas if you stay on the left and just go for multi-jumps, then you only have to make 1, and if you fail the jump, then you can just double back to the right.
Yeah. That alcove he jumps into at the start,
Yeah.
We don't know for sure why that's there. I think it's kind of like if you miss that last jump to the key, it's like, oh, you catch yourself there. But it also happens to make for a nice shortcut at the start.
I found that by watching a YouTube run-through of this game, the one YouTube run-through of this game that I could find. I made one that is segmented, so it's just like, it's each individual level, but I made that before I found the multi-jump glitch, so all of this, almost every level route is outdated at this point. There we go. Okay, and now, nope, great, good job.
Yep.
Sometimes if you're throwing, you can't move into those alcoves for some reason. I don't actually know why.
Just a quick update, we still need $100 to put the monitor on the couch.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, one more jump. Yep, we're good. Now, yeah, it's safe. So the only thing left is the end boss. So the end boss also has audio cues, which I'm not going to be able to hear.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
That's good. I might just go with the slow strat. There's a fast strat. The boss involves you jumping on top of him. Nope, okay, that's fine. Involves you jumping on top of him and then hitting something on top of him. And then sometimes spikes jump out of his head. And so you're supposed to, every time you're standing on his head, spikes pop out of it, which is supposed to make you get off of him and then get back on. But if you jump on top of the thing that you're supposed to be hitting, then you can jump off of that and then you're safe. So you can time that cleverly and make it through. So theoretically, if you walk in, you can just jump straight on top of him and skip the first cycle. But if you do that, you need to wait for the music to start before you can hit him. But I don't know when the music starts because I don't have audio. So I'm going to try that just because why not? The spikes don't come out of the top of his head until you can hit him, so it doesn't punish you unless you really mess up. Okay. There we go. There we go. 2, 3. Okay, after the 4th time you hit him, it drops boulders from the ceiling, but if he jumps, that also drops boulders from the ceiling, and you can't drop boulders right after you've dropped boulders, so I wait until he jumps before I get the 4th hit, and that's the game. Time is going to be at some point soon. My setup at home, my timer is way off to the side, so I made the time really late, so, but yeah, gameplay is basically done. I will. Here you collect money. If you run into it, it tells you how much it's worth, which is... Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, it's really useful. I'm adjusting the volume by accident, which is good. I'm sure they love that. It's immense. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Okay, I won't tell him.
Do it, do it, do it. No. No, I'm not going to get it. No.
If you jumped high enough there,
Yeah.
he could have died.
If you go too far... Okay, wait. Time. Wow, that's awful. That's really terrible. Yeah, wow. I'm glad I made the estimate so high, because I still didn't go over estimate. Yeah, my record's like 25 something, and it can probably be brought down to 15 if I have a deathless run somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, a deathless run of that game would be crazy.
Yeah, that's Aban Hawkins. Shoutouts to Jonathan Blow. He's the way I found out about this game. He talks about it a lot because it has really good level design. And shoutouts to Marsh because he helped me route it. And yeah. Marsh him. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Marsh who. Yeah. Who is Marsh? I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, why not?